All right, so anyway, that's everything cleaned out for dumping it out. Except for the guy, I'm gonna keep that not to eat it, but I'm gonna see if it grows. Usually, if you leave it in the freezer, you can plant it in the spring. I gotta wash that out. This one here had all kinds of stuff in it. You can see how nasty that one is. So I'm gonna let that one soak. These here, I don't know. These stickers come off. Oh, good. Yeah. You don't need stuff like this in your fridge. You really don't. Like it's just as easy to clean them. Like the idea is why people do that. They think it's easier to clean, and I mean these are meant for that. But it's also something else that takes on order. I mean, look at the bottom of that. So there was mold. Yeah, look, there's mold on that. You know what I mean? Because there was moldy things in the fridge, right? So containers I'll get later. But yeah, no, I'm gonna clean this fridge out properly. Get this thing off. I don't want stuff like that on there because I don't like things sitting underneath things. Right, because then you don't know what you're up against, right? Let's have a look at the back of this one. So same thing, like, I mean, that's not fabric, but it's like a fabric. It'll trap stuff in there. It's just easier to disinfect the glass surface. I'm gonna leave my Pepsis in there. So, gotta put this over here. None of it falls over. So that'll be disastrous. But that's out. So, close that. And it'll be time to get the Comet and all that stuff. So that's all the stuff there. I'll show you where I'm taking it after. I'm just going to get it all dumped out and cleaned out. What I basically do is emptying all the jars and everything. Now, he's got some wine and stuff there, but I don't think that's still good. So I'm probably going to dump that out, just make the executive decision. The Tequila Rose he might have, and if this hasn't been open, I don't think it has, but you know, if it's been opened, I think that's been opened. I'll have to look. If it hasn't been opened, I'll hang on to it for him. Maybe he'll keep it, maybe he won't. But if it's been opened, I mean, wine, you know, kind of wine is like, it doesn't last forever after you open it. You can poison yourself on that stuff. So I know it's very unlikely because most people don't usually leave it for a long time. But I know those bottles, that bottle of wine has been open for at least 3 weeks. I mean, this tomato juice. Oh my God. What is floating in there? Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, like how long has that been in there? A year? Guys, I'm telling you again, you can't keep stuff like that, right? You have to stay on top of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean out the fridge. I'm gonna let it air out. And what I'm going to do is just unplug it and let it air out the best I can. But I'm not going to unplug it until I'm ready to wash it. And I'm going to do like a washing one. I'm going to start with the Comet and the Lysol first. And that might just do the trick, and then just leave the doors open for the next week or whatever. Let it really air out while the doors are open. Big time, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get that done. And yeah, there we go. I really want it because it is a source of smell. Like when you get, like even with the doors closed, when you get close to the fridge, you can smell it. So it's like, you know, there's stuff in there that was bad. And I took out the worst already, like the stuff that, you know, basically had blue hair on it, right? God know how long that stuff was in there. So anyway, I'm bringing everything out there. There was a big thing of Arm & Hammer in there. I'm going to show you something, guys. This will absorb a lot of smell. Whoop. Wait for it. This will absorb a lot of smell, but there's only so much this can do. There's only so much this can do, right? You have to keep things clean. Again, I'm not the biggest neat freak in the world, but you know, like, and if you're wondering what that is, it's not cocaine, it's Arm & Hammer on there. It's got quite a few boxes, but I think that's what she was doing, was just, okay, well, it's starting to smell bad, I'll just throw that in there. That will absorb a lot of odor. In fact, you see I got some of it on the floor. There was a box that was like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of boxes around. This will absorb the odor, but these boxes are probably a couple of years old, you know what I mean? But they will still do a little bit of a job if you spread them around on the floor and stuff like that, and then vacuum it up after. I can order. See, I can notice it a bit when you walk close to the fridge. You get that stench. But the thing is I threw this out last night or the night before. I threw it all over the place. And I already noticed it was fresher in here when I came in this morning. Now, mind you, yesterday was 3 weeks since I opened the door. And 3 weeks ago, it was, man alive, there are men alive in here. Especially down there, it was really bad. But I've got everything flowing. You can see the air, my airflow. There's actually air going into the basement. You can see my little flag there. So if it's blowing this way, it seems to blow. Either way, the basement's getting aired out. But up here, the flow is going the other way. So I do have competing flows, kind of. But this seems to be sucking in as well. So usually, I think what's happening is the air is flowing out through the attic. But right now, it seems like it's flowing in. I guess just because of the direction of the wind. And then I got the windows open and all that. So by the time I get this all cleaned up and it's like the snow's on the ground and I'm, okay, I gotta start spending some nights down here so I can do my recording and stuff. It's not gonna be bad in here at all. Especially once I get this cleaned up. Like this is the last kind of smelly spot in the house next to the fridge, right? So once the fridge is cleaned out, and the nice thing about cleaning out a fridge is, if you clean it out good and disinfect it, Javix it, it's fumey for that, but you're gonna kill the bacteria. It's not gonna stink anymore. And when I rip that out, that linoleum out, that's gonna take away a lot of stink. And that little piece of carpet there, clean this out or get rid of it. I don't know what I want to do with this. It's like, it's a good shelf, but I don't know if I want it in here. You know what I mean? Because what I'm trying to do is keep the house so that anything I need food-wise, this is my pantry. I've got these cupboards. This should be enough for a family of 10. You know what I mean? Like that much cupboards. You shouldn't need that. You know what I mean? It's just clutter, right? So, but we'll see. We'll see what I do with it. I'm still in decision. I might keep it for outside on the veranda, because that'd be a good cabinet to store stuff in. Make it look a little neater on the veranda. Like not the heavy stuff, but like some chemical stuff or whatever, the WD-40 or whatever, maybe miscellaneous hand tools or whatever. Put it in there. But anyway, I'm gonna go get this stuff dumped out, and then I gotta start digging out the back wall. Oh, that's gonna be fun.